Victory at Verrado is one of the communities I recommend the most to clients when they are comparing the different 55 plus communities here in the greater Phoenix area. I say this for many reasons, but in this video, I'm going to be going over the top 3 reasons why I would recommend a move to Victory at Verrado. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of pros and cons to moving to Victory at Verrado. Today, I'm only going to be going over the top 3 reasons to move there, but I've got another video linked in the description of this video, and it goes over the pros and cons, because the cons are just as equally as important to know before you move into a community as the good things are. So make sure to check that video out so you can be aware of the 3 reasons why you maybe shouldn't move to Victory at Verrado. Now, if you are comparing the different age-restricted communities here in the greater Phoenix area, I've got a great resource for you. It is my 55 plus community guide. It has a 1-page summary that goes over all of the communities in the greater Phoenix area, so you know you're not missing out on any of them, as a map that plots them all out so you can tell where they are and according to other communities. And last but not least, it has a spreadsheet at the end comparing all of the different statistics you could possibly want to know before you make a move to one of these communities. HOA fees, average home prices, it's all in this guide. So reach out to me, my name and number are on the screen, and I can send it your way. I've seen that resource help a lot of people, and that's my job, is to give you the honest scoop on all of the different communities here in the greater Phoenix area. Without further ado, let's get started with the number 1 reason why people are moving to Victory at Verrado. And it's because it is one of the most active communities out there. It has the lowest median age out of all of the other age-restricted communities, coming in at 61 years old. I've gone over this rule a couple of times in other videos, but if there's a community that's still building brand new homes, that really brings together people who are just entering that retirement stage of life or snowbird stage of life. So a lot of newly retired people are moving to Victory at Verrado, hence why the median age is so low, just leading to more activity. There are 16 pickleball courts in the community. They just finished opening up another 8 of them, so 16 total now. Those are in constant use. There's over 500 pickleball members in the community, and they have free play and ranked play and tournaments that go on here. So the pickleball courts are in constant use here. There's 2 great golf courses within the community as well, 2 par 72 courses, not to mention the over 35 chartered clubs that go on at the Victory Clubhouse. So that's a club for every day of the week. And I do want to talk about their calendar events. They have an event calendar, and every time I go into the clubhouse touring it with a client, there is something going on almost every single day of the week. They do day trips to different museums. They've gone to the Grand Canyon. I was just showing a home there last week, and a neighbor met us outside in front of the house and mentioned that, you know, a group of 20 neighbors are just going to the Grand Canyon for a day. So there's a lot of activity going on within the community. They have a wine tasting club that started with just 2 couples getting together and drinking wine, and now it's grown to over a couple of hundred people in this wine tasting club, and they have different multiple meeting spots. You know, now 10 to 15 couples have to host each night at a different home. So it's just a really great place to go and have something to do almost every day of the week, or you can relax at your own residence. So just a lot of activity going on within this community. Another nice event that goes on that calendar I was just talking about is the new resident dinner. So every 2 months, I believe, they have a new resident dinner. So it's really easy, even if you just moved into the community, to go out there and meet other people who have just recently moved in as well. With them building brand new homes, it's really common for there to be new residents moving into the community. So the new resident dinner is just an easy way to get out there and meet people who have also just moved in. The last thing I want to talk about when it comes to the activity of this community is the community within a community aspect. So every 30 to 35 homes is assigned a park. And this park is just kind of a meeting place. There's some grass and some benches and things like that. But the main strategy behind this community within a community feel is these parks, you know, they have different competitions against each other. They do different monthly events like, you know, chili cook-offs and just ways to get involved with a smaller section of the community. So when you're out walking your dog or, you know, just going for a walk, you see people who are also a part of your park and assigned to the same park as you, and you know them. You know that you just saw them a couple of months ago at that park event. So just the community within a community feel, it breaks down this community even into smaller bits and makes it really easy to get to know people. So yes, that is definitely the number 1 reason why people choose Victory at Verrado over some other communities. It is just very active, very easy to get involved. If you would like a full tour of the Victory at Verrado community, I'll also have a video of that linked in the description here. It'll give you everything you need to know, show you the pool areas, the golf courses, HOA fee information, everything that you could possibly want to know before moving into Victory at Verrado. Check out that community tour linked down below. Now, the second most popular reason people move to Victory at Verrado are the luxury amenities. Victory at Verrado probably has the most upscale clubhouse out of any other age-restricted community in the area. Its pool overlooks the White Tank Mountains and the 18th hole of the golf course. It's perched up on top of this hill, and the mountain views in Victory, and specifically from the clubhouse, are just second to none. It's built right on the foothills of the White Tank Mountains, so you are just so close to these mountains. Tigers Mountain is a very close by mountain, and you can see almost every detail of that mountain. The clubhouse was also constructed in 2016, so it is very up to date. I've had people walk through this clubhouse and say they feel like they are at an all-inclusive resort. They've got a restaurant there, the Vic Bar and Grill, that has a patio that overlooks the pool. They have an indoor fitness center that was actually just remodeled last year. So not only is it a newer clubhouse, but they also keep on top of the maintenance and do a lot of remodels to keep it up to date. The Victory Clubhouse is also completely private and restricted to people only 19 years and older. So if you have kids that come into town, they won't be able to use this Victory Clubhouse. They won't be able to use this cool tri-level pool that they have in that area, but you can take them down onto the other clubhouse that you have access to living in the community, and that is the Verrado Clubhouse. So Victory is an age-restricted community located in a larger community of Verrado. It's a little more separate and a little more private, but you have access to all of the Verrado amenities as well. So you go down onto the Main Street area, and there's the Verrado Clubhouse, and that is a lot more kid-oriented. They also have a splash pad down in that area. They have a nice outdoor pool, a fitness center. So if you have kids come into town, don't worry. They still can use some amenities down at the Verrado area. They just won't be able to use your clubhouse because they try to restrict that only to the age-restricted residents. Not to mention, the Victory Clubhouse also has a very high-end spa that residents get 10% off of when they go in. So the Victory amenities really just have everything luxury and upscale going on for them, and that is a really big reason why people choose this clubhouse over some maybe other clubhouses in the area that are a little bit older. Now, the number 3 and one of the biggest reasons why people move to Victory at Verrado is the location. I would argue that Victory at Verrado probably has the best location out of any other age-restricted community. If you've been shopping around other age-restricted communities, you've probably noticed a lot of them are kind of on the outskirts of town. Not too many of them are too central to the rest of the valley. Again, if you want to shop them a little bit more and compare them a little bit more, feel free to reach out for my free 55+ community guide. My email's on the screen. Shoot me an email and I can send it your way. But Victory at Verrado probably has the best location of them all. I'll tell you why. It's only about 35 to 40 minutes away from Sky Harbor Airport. Obviously, Sky Harbor is located in downtown Phoenix, so not too far of a drive away to get to downtown, only about 40 minutes on the I-10 freeway. But you also have very good access to a lot of shopping. So there is a Costco that is 7 minutes away from the community. They also have a lot of shopping on that Main Street area, which is another great part about this location. The Main Street area is something that is unique to only Victory at Verrado. No other community is going to have something like this. It's just a street filled with a lot of shops and bars and restaurants. It's a very nice small town feel with all of these great shops and kind of dining options, a lot of open air bar areas where you can sit out and kind of enjoy the scenery. They've got string lights there, so at night it's a very, very nice atmosphere. It's right next to the courtyard where the Verrado Clubhouse is, so they'll do different events. They have an event every year scheduled at this courtyard area. So this small town feel with all of these small town kind of shops and diners and coffee shops, it's really unique to Victory at Verrado. No other community has something like this. And when you drive down this Main Street area or walk down it or golf cart around it, you can tell that this is a different feeling compared to some other communities. They also have different wine bars and restaurants located just a couple of minutes outside of Verrado, which is very nice. But right now, they are currently constructing Verrado Marketplace, which is going to have a Target, a Harkins movie theater, and over 20 other well-known retailers and restaurants going into this Verrado Marketplace. Obviously, this is just going to be a couple minutes away from the community, just north of the I-10 there. This is being constructed currently and is set to open spring of 2026. So less than a year away, about 8 months away, you're going to have a Target within 5 minutes of this community, and you're going to have an additional over 20 restaurants and shops within 5 minutes of this community, not to mention that Costco that you already have just a few minutes away. There really aren't any other communities that have this many shops and restaurants this close to the community. And then of course that very unique aspect of having a Main Street area where it's within your community. That Main Street area is only a mile and a half away from the Vic Clubhouse. So you can definitely golf cart from your home or from the clubhouse down to that Main Street area, and many people do. So those are absolutely the top 3 reasons why people move to Victory at Verrado. Victory at Verrado is one of the communities I recommend the most, just because when people come to me looking for certain aspects in a community, I typically find that Victory has the most going for it and it hits most of the boxes that they're looking to check. It is good to shop around and check out other age-restricted communities though as well, so reach out to me if you would like my free 55 plus community guide. It goes over all of the different communities so you know you're not missing out on any of them. Maybe Victory at Verrado checks a lot of the boxes, but another one like Trilogy at Vistancia or Pebble Creek checks more of the boxes. I'd love to help you out and figure out which community is going to work the best for you. If you want to know the pros and cons of living here in Victory at Verrado, check out that video down below, along with my Victory at Verrado full community tour. Both of those videos will be linked below. My name is Caden Leali. I'm a licensed real estate agent here in the greater Phoenix area, specializing in these age-restricted communities like this. So if you'd like any of the resources I mentioned in this video, or you're planning a move to one of these communities, I would love to help you out with that. My name and number are on the screen. I would love to help you make your move here to Arizona. With all that being said, I will see you in the next video.